Cross-examination! Evidence against Scootaloo. Alright, Z and... Oh, okay, so... Yeah, like I said, this is the first time I'm ever using Pyrite in a while, so... Alright, so if you don't know how Ace Attorney works, you have two options that you can do. You can press him for more information, or you can present evidence if you think there's a contradiction. So, for an example, let's press him. Hold it! How big was the search party you gathered? By 6 AM, I had gathered 80 ponies to help search. They sure assembled quickly. The town takes missing pony cases very seriously, especially involving children. Not a whole lot of crime usually happens in this town, so they're quick to act. How was the search organized? Ponies split off into groups of 2, search specific areas we had mapped out, and we take a site overhead to keep a lookout. Of course, some parties decided to split up to cover more ground. I usually end up yelling at them later for that, though. Did you have a lot of ponies to yell at that day? And then here comes Francisca. How many ponies Warden had to yell is that completely relevant to this case? What's important is that they started the search at 6 AM. What happened next, Warden? She was awfully quick to keep me from asking questions. Doesn't she normally do that? Alright, you can also tap the button in order to say hold it. Are you sure it was Scootaloo that shot her? The murder weapon was found near Clearwater's body with Scootaloo's hoofprint on it. This leads us to believe that she was the one who shot Clearwater. You say that she was given the weapon by John Smith. Correct. But John Smith has no reason to give Scootaloo a weapon. We have evidence to prove that John Smith had been tampering with the adoption registration paperwork. Where the hell did you get that? As he is the pony who took the baby and gave it his current home in it's living in, his motivation is keeping it there for his own purposes. That makes sense. Objection sustained. Continue with your testimony, Warden. At 8:15 AM, John Smith brought back Scootaloo murdered. She received immediate medical attention. Alright, well... She received immediate medical attention? Yes. Apparently, she had been well enough to run away, but the continued distress and strain of physical activity eventually opened her stitches and began to bleed profusely. When that happened, John Smith quickly bandaged her up and brought her back to the hospital. So he had helped her commit murder and then bandaged her up and brought her to the hospital. What a nice accomplice. I refuse to believe any of this is true. Something about that does seem wrong. It has to be wrong. You just have to prove that it is. Maybe there's some evidence that contradicts this story. At 10:10 AM, the victim's body was discovered. Oh, it's instantaneous now. Alright, let's check out the evidence. I can present profiles. Oh, great, we're working with trials and tribulations logic. That's the entire testimony. It's pretty solid. I don't know if there's anything wrong with it. Well, we have to keep trying. This isn't just about Scootaloo being a mother anymore. Her entire life is on the line. Right, we'll keep pressing and maybe we can find something wrong with this testimony. Okay, I have a feeling that the something wrong is around here or around here. So, it's weird because the gun had been fired twice and they only mentioned that the victim was only shot once. I feel like I should present the gun, but the problem that I have with this is that once you bring in the profile pictures, that just immediately expands your evidence roster, like however many folks that you have met. The attorney badge is always like 95% useless most of the time, so try this. Let me just clarify a few details. You said that Scootaloo got the gun from John Smith, correct? Correct. So let's think about the scenario for a moment. John Smith gave Scootaloo his gun. Then Scootaloo shot Clearwater, then Clearwater found Scootaloo. Then Scootaloo's surgical wounds opened up and John Smith bandaged up Scootaloo. Then John Smith brought Scootaloo back to the hospital. Why are you wasting the court's time by repeating what we already know, Mr. Wright? Doesn't she address him by Mr. Phoenix, right? Whatever. Now it's just semantics. But don't you think that's strange? There was nothing wrong with the testimony. You are just a foolish fool who are thinking there is. And tell me, Francisca, if he had all that time, why didn't he get rid of the gun? Yeah. It says clearly that the weapon was found in the scene of the crime. However, John Smith is a very hard pony to get a hold of. As I understand it, he's not even under arrest because of this. Yeah, where the hell is why is the weapon still around? If he hadn't taken the gun back, or even hidden it somewhere, we have no evidence that Scootaloo was the shooter.
Order! Order! My word, Mr. Wright! Are you suggesting that the gun was planted to frame Scootaloo?
This is absurd! Who knows why he left the gun there? Perhaps he panicked when Scootaloo's wounds opened. That seems unlikely, Miss Von Karma, and that took multiple frames of animation. If this murder was as coordinated as you're implying, then they would have taken the gun into account. This would be a major oversight linking them to the crime. It was as if it was intentionally left there or something.
Miss Von Karma, do you have anything to say about it disproves Mr. Wright's claims, or are you just going to stand there disapprovingly?
Heh. Oh, yeah, of course. Prosecutors always bounce back with confidence. You foolish fool who is foolish with your foolish words of a fool. I already told you we would not make such a bold claim without proof.
Oh, you have proof?
Then would you please share it? Okay, yeah, sure, or else she doesn't have a fucking case. Feast your foolish eyes on this. Hey, you don't call the judge a fool, he's a cool guy. Okay then, we now have a picture of murder. Yay.
How does this convict Scootaloo exactly? Dead body!
Take a closer look, Judge. There, on the ground by Clearwater's hoof.
It's a hair clip. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Scootaloo's hair clip. That hair clip belongs to Scootaloo.
Oh! Gee whiz, I didn't know that.
This picture not only puts Scootaloo at the scene of the crime, but that she left things behind. It could not have been left there by anyone out her.
That doesn't explain why John left the gun behind.
How should I know? Perhaps something happened that made him forget about the gun. After all, Scootaloo was gravely injured. All he had to prove was that Scootaloo was there to commit the murder. Yeah, that's all my job. Yep. That's all you pay me for. But that's all I represent. You foolish fool with foolish dreams. Okay, now it's getting annoying. I told you that this case was already over.
Well, the court steps the photo into evidence, I guess. Sure.
Wow, okay then. No one knows the enter key, or the stop. So what does this foolish defense say now? Well, we can't deny the evidence the photo provides, but I still feel like we're missing something important. We're always missing something. What could we possibly be missing? Well, how about animal influences, wrong evidence, Scootaloo? How did Clearwater find Scootaloo? Excuse me? If you remember, Warden had to form a search party. Obviously, Clearwater ended up in the search party. And if that's true, how did she know where Scootaloo was? As it stands, we're to believe that Scootaloo and John planned to murder Clearwater when she found them. But how did Clearwater find Scootaloo?
Coincidence? Oh, that is a good point.
I think it's worth looking into this. If we know more about the search party, we might be able to figure out how Clearwater found them in the first place.
Any objections, Miss Von Karma?
I'm certain that this will do nothing but waste time. But if you are so foolish as you want to follow this, then go ahead. But be warned, I will have you punished if you waste this court's time.
Oh, believe me, I'll do more than that, honey.
Right, yeah.
Warden, if you please, testify about the search party itself. Very well. Witness testimony! The search party. At 5:30 a.m., I went around town and gathered the search party. By 6 o'clock a.m., I had 80 different ponies ready to look for Scootaloo. We grouped the ponies into groups of 2 and sent them off to search. We were kept up to date with the Pegasi covering the air. The search party continued until a Scootaloo was found at 8:15 a.m.
Wait a minute, Oh, wait, yeah, because she was taken to the hospital. Okay. Just a waste of time repeating information we already know. She's right, there really wasn't anything new in there.
I know, but we're going to have to press for more information. That's what we do. Alright, cross-examination. Let's do this. Cross-examination! The search party. Alright, before we actually go into this, let's go look at them pictures. Ah, that's quite a lovely picture with a hair clip in there. Yeah, and all that blood. Yep, that is definitely a murder. Yep, a murder that definitely happened. That is my primary conclusion. Although I wonder what happened to her beads that were around her neck. Whatever. Alright, let's hold it everything. How did you gather the search party? When I received the call, I made a few calls myself. I called in anyone who knew who would be willing to help search, and they asked them to get anyone that they knew that they would be able to willing to help. Then I told them to meet me in front of the hospital by 6 a.m. And this is effective in gathering a search party? As I've said earlier, this town is very willing to help research for missing ponies, especially children. We have a goddamn princess living here. So how many did you manage to gather? Yeah, it's 80. Did you know all of them personally? The first ponies I called were the ones I am personally familiar with, and I do make it a habit to try and know as many ponies in this town as I can. However, there are a few that I was not familiar with on a personal level. Do you think of not knowing them might have hindered the search in any way? I guess everyone, those particular folks would have been dicks. Maybe. Everyone in the search party was known by someone else, some who I knew very well. So I don't think any of the ponies I gathered would hinder the search. How would they hinder the search? Just lazy around sitting on their beds or something? Would you like to get to know them on a personal level? Hey, you want to share a cup of coffee or tea or whatever? Yeah, maybe a hay sandwich or two. All that matters is that he gathered 80 ponies to search for Scootaloo. Tell us what happened next, Warden. We grouped the ponies into groups of 2 and then sent them out to search. Okay, that's 40 groups then. You grouped them into pairs of 2. Yes, it was to ensure no pony got lost or hurt while searching. Safety in numbers. It also allowed the possibility that if Scootaloo was hurt for her one to stay with Scootaloo while the other one got help. Well, that is actually a legitimately good idea, so... So out of the 80 ponies you gathered, you had 40 search parties looking for Scootaloo. Okay, 40 search parties and you weren't able to find her until later? Then again, yeah, I mean, you're looking for one stole pony, so... Who was Clearwater paired with? Oh, hey, that is a big question. Pokey Pierce. That seems like it'd be important to know. Warden, that seemed like significant information. Would you please add it to your testimony? Certainly. Yeah, that is just genuinely intriguing. Alright, no. Maybe look for Scoot. No. Clearwater was paired up with Pokey Pierce. Do we have said Pokey Pierce? Yep, Pokey Pierce, who looks like divorcee of the victim. Oh, okay, wow. A lot of these folks have baggage. She was teamed up with Pokey Pierce. Correct. Usually whenever you find any statements that would lead up to another statement, either press it or there would be an obvious contradiction in there. Any particular reason she was paired up with him? They seem to know each other, so I figured they would do well in searching together. Did you notice something, Phoenix? Yeah, I think I did. Tell me, Warden, where was Pokey Pierce at the time of the murder? Yeah, there's divorcee in there, as well as being paired up with an ex-lover. Isn't that showing signs of a murder waiting to happen? Just to some degree, at least. According to the reports, he separated from Clearwater 20 minutes before the murder took place to spread out their search range. Oh, wait, they separated? He lost track of Clearwater and went deeper into the forest. It was found by a Pegasus when it was time to head back. So there was absolutely no way of accounting for his whereabouts during the murder, so he has no alibi. You foolish fool with your foolish ideas and foolish baka 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 baka. I already know where you're going with this, and I must remind you that there is no evidence suggesting Pokey Pierce was anywhere near the scene of the crime. Oh, thank goodness there is animation for that. I'm afraid if you're going to suspect him, you must provide evidence. Damn it, she's on to me. But I don't have any evidence against Pokey right now. Maybe I can find something. But for now, I'll have to wait. Alright, I feel as though him being a divorcee would probably
become relevant for that, so I'll just keep pressing. So how did the Pegasi keep you up to date? They would search in the skies looking for any signs of Scootaloo while also keeping an eye on the search parties. If the Pegasi noticed that a search party had found something, they would be the fastest to give me the information. From there, I could coordinate with what to do next. Is there mind reading in Equestria? Like, can the unicorns just telepathically transmit information like a signal line or something? I don't know, something experimental at least. Well, the Pegasi grouped into pairs of 2 as well. Sort of. I picked a few pairs of Pegasi to search the air. Once in the sky, they scattered to search more of the area. I was okay with them separating since they could keep an eye on each other in the sky. I suppose that makes sense. What did you do next? The search continued until Scootaloo was found in 8:15. This is the last statement. So you asked for everyone to return. Yes, I told the Pegasi to gather everyone back while they ensured Scootaloo would be okay. So you made sure Scootaloo was okay, then came outside and did a head count. Yes, Scootaloo was going into surgery and I needed their reports. This is probably key. I also needed to ensure everyone was okay. So, did you do anything else? I yelled at anyone who separated or got lost from their partner for their reckless behavior, but... Oh, sorry, I clicked on OBS. Whoops. Give me a second. Alright, sorry about that, I clicked... Okay. Alright, hold on. 3, 2, 1... Okay. That's it. A slap on the wrist. That is enough of you wasting this court's time. Wait, what? We weren't finished. Well, I pressed all of the statements, so... You have no evidence that contradicts the testimony. This case is now over.
I must agree with Miss Von Karma. All the evidence shows that Scootaloo murdered the victim.
No, this can't be. None of this should be happening.
We're so close to catching a lead. I've seen enough evidence to hand down my verdict.
Wait, what? Already? Oh, shit. Did I screw up already? Wait, what? What's happening? Did I already lose? Oh, okay. Game over. Oh. Wait! What? What? Huh? Oh, hey, Rainbow Dish! Hold everything! I like that scarf. I demand a chance to testify! Wait, okay. Damn.
Miss Dash, what is the meaning of this?
I have important evidence for the trial. You have to let me testify. Rainbow being whipped. What is the meaning of this, you fool? Don't foolishly barge into a trial where you're not wanted, you foolish fool. Get off your high horse. My testimony could flip this entire trial on its head. Hey, a turnabout. I'm cool with those. Stop that! Hate me. These types of interruptions only ever seem to happen while you're in court, Mr. Wright. What can he say? He's extremely lucky. He survived a hit and run and flying 30 feet in the air, so he's the luckiest man on Earth, technically. I assure you that it's just a coincidence. Whatever, it's lucky. A really lucky coincidence for me. Woohoo! Victory!
Miss Dash.
Yo, what's up, Dudgy?
Dude, treat your your honor with respect. Are you absolutely certain your testimony will add relevant information to this case?
You bet. I can't just sit here and let you convict Scootaloo if I know she didn't do it.
Very well. Then I'm going to allow you to give your testimony.
This is absurd. You're all just foolish fools. Yeah, we get the point. You call us all fools, like, throughout this whole freaking trial. I'm just grateful that this is delaying the trial. Alright, Rainbow Dash, show me what you've got. Apparently we skipped over the fact that Phoenix shouldn't really know many of these characters, but oh well. You're my last chance to get some evidence to use against Francisca.
Witness testimony!
What Dash saw. And it was amazing. I was searching for everywhere, and I was really worried about Scootaloo. Of course, I was checking back in the warden every 30 minutes or so. But that's when I saw them! Clearwater and Pokey Pierce together in the forest. After I saw them, I searched for a bit more, and then checked back in with Warden.
Well, yeah, that's pretty relevant. That's it.
Why is everyone staring at me like that?
You interrupted the verdict for that.
You are a fool.
Hey, I found the thumbnail. There really wasn't anything in that testimony to prove Scootaloo was innocent. All that we got was that Pokey and, what's her name? Cloudy Tears were together. Yeah, Clearwater, sorry. I'm terrible with names. So, yeah. What, is that your trump card? Was that your Joker?
What? Hey, come on! My testimony should be enough.
That didn't prove anything, Dash. Just that you can run your mouth and drive a hard bargain. Well, I think I can safely say that this has been a waste of time. Yep, guilty. Alright. Francisca, let's have lunch.
Hey, it wasn't a waste of time.
Yeah, we wasted about a minute.
Let him cross-examine me, damn it.
Whoa, Dash! Dash, watch your language. Jesus, this is a kid's show. About murder. Cross-examine what? There was nothing to cross-examine. Well, Mr. Wright, do you see any possible reason for there to be a cross-examine? Sure, why not? Well, she seems pretty determined that her testimony is important. If I press her for information, I might be able to find something to work with. Anything to keep Scootaloo from being found guilty. Yep. Your Honor, I think it is worth cross-examining her testimony. Yeah, come on.
You foolish fool with your foolish ideas. Even I can see that you're just stalling for time.
Hey, at least someone wasn't kidnapped. I mean, fuck. Probably that would have been more tense. Even if that's true, Francisco, we have to find all the facts. If we miss even one piece of information, it would make a mockery of this court, and you in turn. Very well, Mr. Wright. I will allow you to cross-examine the witness. But I'm warning you. You better find something useful to use out of this testimony. Well, I haven't been penalized yet, so I seem to be doing something right. Gulp. Yes, sir. It's now or never, then. Cross-examination! I have to admit, I really like the scarf that Rainbow Dash has. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. It's adorable.
I really searched everywhere. I was really worried about Scoots.
Well, yeah, she's your sister, quote-unquote. So Scootaloo is important to you?
Yeah, man. She's like a sister to me. We've been close for a while, even if we don't hang out all that much. I'd do anything for her.
Even kill for her? Well, you've given me an opportunity, Miss Dash. Would you like to be convicted or suspected for murder?
Whoa, hey now! Let's not get carried away. I may be loyal, but I wouldn't murder any pony.
Sorry. Dude, that's a horrible joke and you know it. So, you were looking for Scootaloo?
Yeah, I was. Of course, I was checking back in with Morden every 30 minutes or so.
Alright. Who are you paired up with? Why were you checking back in so often?
I wanted to see if he'd heard any new information. I'm the fastest flyer in Ponyville, so I can search and check back quickly.
How are you keeping track of time?
Warden. Every time I came back to give a report, he'd list off the time and when he did. He liked that I was keeping my rounds punctual for his reports, so I did my best to stick to 30-minute sweeps.
And you were able to keep to it.
I was a minute or so off sometimes, but not enough to make a big difference.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just easier to say 30 minutes.
That makes sense. What happened next?
Well, I was flying around continuing to look, but that's when I saw them!
Does it really feel necessary? Who did you see?
Stop interrupting me and I'll tell you already!
I had a feeling she would do that. Uh-oh, sorry. It's like,
I saw someone! Who? Let me finish my sentence! Clearwater and Pokey pierced together in the forest.
You saw Clearwater and Pokey in the forest?
You're damn right I did. Again with the language, jeez. Plain as day. Did they stand out to you for any reason? Nah, not particularly. Then why bring it up in the first bloody place? It could be just searching for Scootaloo, being punctual. I just noticed them. Thanks, Rainbow. You are the most dependable of the ponies. Oh wait, that's your other voice actress's role. Because I was searching for a pony and they were ponies. Dash, you're a dumbass. Did you see them again after that? Actually, no I didn't. You didn't? Oh. Did you see any other search groups several times after that? Yeah, they were all kind of stood out, calling out Scootaloo's name or something in a wide range. But I didn't see those two again after that. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah. So, what happened next? After I saw them, I searched for a bit more, and then I checked back with Warden. Okay, yeah, this might be relevant. So you saw them and went back to Warden? Yeah, I was giving him the 30-minute report he was asking for. How long did it take for you to get back to Warden after seeing them? Only about 10 minutes, really. Do you remember the time that you got back? I do, actually. Oh, this might be important. I got back at 7:35 a.m. Wow, that's pretty early. So that means you made 3 rounds. What is it, Phoenix? Something about that seems important. Dash, could you add that to your testimony? Sure thing, pal. Oh, hey, you're not Gumshoe. Don't add pal. Alright, that's him. That's done. That's done. That's when I saw them. Clearwater and Pokey Pierce together in the forest. After I saw them, I searched a bit more, and then I checked back with Warden. When I got back to Warden, he told me the time was 7:35 a.m. Yeah, this is really close to the murder. And she saw them together, I think. Rainbow Dash is fast, so it probably wouldn't have taken her a lot of time just to go back from one point all the way back to Warden. So that'd be like a couple minutes tops. Alright, I'm going to press this statement just in case, but I do think that this is the evidence I should present. Are you sure about that time? Sure as can be. And you're sure that you only searched for 10 minutes before coming back? Do I have to keep repeating myself? I want to be 100% sure. I don't want to make a penalty. I said I'm sure, I'm sure. You look like you figured something out. Not quite, but I'm certain I'm on the right track. I just need the right evidence to prove it. Yeah, they don't really tell you what evidence you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do that yourself because you're supposed to be smart. Back to Warden, it was the time. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Dash. You did me good. You are not a dumbass. Miss Dash, I need you to be absolutely certain with me. You only spent about 10 minutes searching after you spotted Clearwater and Pokey Pierce. Absolutely certain. And you're absolutely sure that the time you got back to Warden was 7:35 a.m. I've never been more certain about anything in my life. Then clearly we have a contradiction. What are you babbling on, you fool? Take another look at this autopsy report, Francisca. What about... So, you've seen it. Oh, I love that smug Phoenix look. I miss it. So, especially in pony form. What is this contradiction you were talking about, Mr. Wright? Well, Your Honor, the autopsy report says that Clearwater was killed at 7:30 a.m. Rainbow Dash returned at 7:35 a.m., only spent 10 minutes flying. That means she saw Pokey Pierce with Clearwater at 7:25 a.m. But the prosecution claims Pokey Pierce had separated from Clearwater 20 minutes prior to the murder. But now we have evidence proving Pokey Pierce was right with her before the murder. We must find this Pokey Pierce. My word! This blows Pokey Pierce's alibi out of the water. Ha! I told you I turned this trial on its head. Yeah, Turnabout Rainbow Dash. After I had to painfully extract every last drop of info out of you. Yeah, thanks for making my job easier, Rainbow. It helped a lot. Your Honor, we have proven that Pokey Pierce could have been at the scene of the crime. I demand that he be brought forth to testify about what happened that day. Miss Francisca, do you have anything to say? I cannot dispute the defense's foolish claims, as foolish as they may. What's so foolish about them? Or are you just using that as your word of the day? Because that seems to be what it is. Regardless, we agree. We? What, are you using Royal Canterlot voice on me? Let's bring this Pokey Pierce forward so that he may testify.
Very well. Bailiff, please fetch Pokey Pierce.
Oh, can we take a recess, though? Like, I would like to save. Alright, well, I'm gonna be saving this for next time because, yeah, I'm already an hour into this recording session, and I think I did enough. I think we reached, like, a halfway point into this trial. It seems like we're gonna divide this up into 2 sections in the trial, I think. There doesn't seem to be an investigation phase, so... oh, well. Alright, so I think I'm going to end things off here. So next time in Turnabout Adoption, we're going to see what this Pokey Pierce has to say about himself. Hopefully, well, he's probably going to spout some lies, but we're going to show him the truth. Alright, so, I am DME Comics, that's DM.3000, Ace Attorney. And I'll see you all next time for the next part of Turnabout Adoption. See you, everyone. I almost freaking said Philly Fantasy 6. That shows how long I've been doing that LP.